guys, Rick Shaw here on Monday the 25th of July 2022. We're back into Hood. We made our trip back. Pretty good time. The boat was really cooking. We went in an hour and a half to make the crossing, and then traffic was really good. We had to run all the way up to GMA because there was a check sitting there for me, and it has to be at that one spot, so I had to go get it there. And then when we came back, everything went smooth as can be until we hit Lipa. My goodness, we hit a dang traffic thing where I'd say we went 500 feet in an hour. They just weren't going, and it was the traffic cops when we got up there. I'm expecting to see dead bodies or something. No, it was just they were letting one road go and then this one go, and they weren't really managing the traffic too well. Young guys, maybe they just didn't know what they were doing. That could be it. But it was a real pickle, that's for sure. But one thing I ran into when I was out there, I went out to we were out at Uncle Pruding's place, and he was showing me the nunyuk that the Munions like, and I actually have some here. And then he was showing me his durians. They're getting started. He said maybe September, October, he'll have some ready. Some of them are still real small, said December maybe. So those are growing. But we walked, and we have 3 goats. We saw our 3 goats, 2 females and a big male. And then I thought, okay, cool. We got that. And we're walking in through the woods to get the goats, so we're coming back through. And guess what? This is the first time out of water. I had a leech. And the one little boy that went with us, Boonog's son, I can't think of it, Kurt, he went with us, and he got one stuck on his leg too. So walking through these jungles, you can get them on there. I think if I go through there next time, I'm going to put on long pants. And you don't even feel those things sticking onto you. But that was kind of crazy. But we're not going to be going back for a while. None of us wanted to leave, that's for sure. But we got to get a house all set up over there, so we can just go down there and stay. They were saying, we can go back and forth because the kids are in school and all that. I'd rather put them in school down there, than do it, up here. I worry about the kids up here at school because they're wanting to hit them with fluoride and give them shots at the school. That's not school's job. When did a stupid school become a hospital? I don't get it at all. I don't know why they're doing this, just because it's government run, and the government wants to control everything in your dang life, and I don't like that. And I don't think they're here, some of these schools here, I'm looking in the books, and my goodness, they just pushed them so far back. Maddie already knows all this stuff. Instead of them testing him, they say he's got to go, because of this COVID crap, he's got to go to kindergarten. How ridiculous is that? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Why don't they test him to see where he's at? He should be in first grade, first or second. But no, they're not going to do that. They're just going to arbitrarily, boom, pop him in kindergarten. What is the most stupid thing in the world to do? He's going to be behind the whole time because of this baloney COVID crap. I never bought it when it came up. I still don't buy it. Now they're coming up with this new one, that stupid rock band Who guy comes up and says, he's just declaring it a world emergency. How many cases you got? Out of 7-8 billion people, handful of. It's such a ridiculous. I don't know how many zeros are after the decimal point before they get to a number. 50. It's a ridiculous amount, and a lot of it's coming from the what that they gave, that they coerced people into taking, and that's a royal bummer right there. That's a major bummer. And he don't care what anybody votes on. He's just going to make it an emergency, that guy. And they show him. He's been in all kinds of pictures where he's dressed up like a little girly thing, and him and Schwabe. There's a lot of weird stuff going on with these people, and it's a real shame. But we got a lot of the stuff off the car. We got the bananas off. I'm glad we had that roof rack. We'd have never fit all that stuff in there. But the roof rack did really good. It's still on real tight. Car did fantastic on all those rough roads. I was surprised. Didn't lose a bit of air in the tires. Oil perfect. Radiator, everything went perfect. The car just ran like a top. I do think that the gas they gave me was like an inferior gas. We got home today and I looked at the gas price. When I passed the thing, it was 68. I always just put 91. I never put a higher octane than what the owner's manual calls for. I think you're just wasting your money. But we were paying 91 in what the heck is that? Mindoro. And here it was 68. We went by the gas station, it was 68 pesos. So that's a huge difference. You know, that's a lot of difference. But I don't know why the gas prices are still high. It's just ridiculous. But that's where we're at. But it is cooler here. We did notice one thing every time we went down by the mountain where our piece of ground was. It was always a little bit cooler there. You could feel the cool air coming off the hill. And the other thing down there, as soon as the sun goes down, it's perfect there. It's just absolutely beautiful. Even at Jaime's place, it cooled off real nice, and we enjoyed it. We had a nice little thing with the guys last night that were working. Got them some beers and some gin and stuff like that, and it was pretty cool. So we want to get started. We want to get started here pretty soon. I hope it works out. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. But look at here. Okay, looks like these guys. They got a bunch of. See, these holes don't drain too good. The one thing I noticed though, I remember when I was getting a septic to be put on the ground, and they had me dig a hole, and a couple different spots on the ground, and then they poured water in it, and he stuck a stick in there, and then the guy came back and measured it, and I thought, oh, this is probably going to be real good because it drained quick. No, he didn't like that. He didn't like that it drained, so he ordered that we had to have an irrigated sand mound, and even if I did it myself, it was ridiculously expensive. You know, just totally whacked out. So we waited till the next inspector came, and when the next inspector come, I learned that trick that it was draining too quick. We went over there late in the evening and dumped some more water in it so we could get a regular leach bed system in. You know, and that was very, very cheap compared to this irrigated sand mound thing that I heard nothing but the septic guys telling me they're nothing but trouble. You'll have nothing but trouble with it the whole time you're there. But these holes here, they don't drain too quick. They get water in them, and that water will sit. We had a serious rain, real bad. They even put banana leaves over the concrete so it would dry. We had 2 nights in a row where it just poured. I mean, we had water everywhere, no matter where you went. But when you got in the morning, when it got light, and we went down to look at the septic system, it was dry in there after the rain quit. So I don't know how that's going to work. I hope the way they do it over there, it's not like anything I've ever seen. When I did a septic system before, I had a cast tank, 500 gallon, I think, on the one side. So it was 1,000. They dropped that in. It had knockouts for my pipes, and we connected our pipes up, and then they put a lid on. They had like a tar thing, and they set the lid on top. It had a hook in it, and we covered her up. And that had a leach bed, 200-foot long leach beds of sand and gravel, and of course a perforated pipe. And that worked good. Here they don't do any of that. They don't cast the bottom. That's just dirt. After they had it done, they dug down around like even deeper, And then once they did that, the water just goes out of there pretty quick, and that's where it's going to go. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on the well, get it tested a few times and see what we got, make sure there's no free-floating particles or anything. But we'll see. We'll just see how that goes. Time will tell what's going to be up with that. But right now the water coming out of that well is just clear as can be. It's super nice. So happy with that. And this is Rickshaw out, and these guys want to say it.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
They're not too enthusiastic. We're all tired. We're all just beat tired. So we'll talk to you again. And this is Rickshaw out.